What's going on, people? Welcome to my Doctor Who review series. I'm going to be reviewing the latest episode of Doctor Who, the Halloween Apocalypse. But first of all, I'll just give you my general thoughts on Doctor Who and sort of an overview of how it is at the moment and how I feel about it. So yeah, just quickly, I'm going to be doing each episode of the new series because it's a really interesting time for Doctor Who. The sort of Doctor Who fandom is pretty polarised at the moment. And I think people are just trying to figure out exactly what's going on, whether they like it, whether they don't, and just trying to figure out really where the show's going, because we've got Russell T Davies coming back, and I'm not sure what that actually means. So generally, as an overview of the latest series, Jodie Whittaker I think is an okay Doctor. I don't think she's the best. She's probably down in the lower tiers for me when it comes to Doctors overall. Then again, I think that she hasn't been given very good scripts. Some episodes have been really good. I've enjoyed them. And some of them, I can't believe they've actually put them on TV. They're that bad. So it's been a real mixed bag, but it certainly has declined writing-wise, I would say. Another thing I would say, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor can't stay still, which is really annoying for me. She seems like she delivers her lines and she has to be moving or turning round or like a massive expression on her face. She can't just deliver her lines normally. I'm not sure if obviously that's part of the direction or just her herself, but that's one thing I don't like about her Doctor. The other thing is her Doctor never seems to shut up. She's constantly talking all the time, which really grates on my nerves. It really, and for someone talking on YouTube, that's pretty bad. So yeah, there's a few general things that I don't really like about sort of her Doctor, but I think she's a fine actress. But you can't polish a turd when you have a bad script. The same thing happened with Peter Capaldi's era. You've got Peter Capaldi as the Doctor, a fantastic actor. Unfortunately, you can only do what you can with the source material that you're given, and that was a lot of downfall in his era as well. And the same in this one. So yeah, just overall, it's been okay. I will give this season a proper review all the way through, and I'll give it its dues. I'll say what I think is bad and what I think has been really good, because they have done some good stuff in this first episode, but they've done a lot of bad stuff as well. So yeah, I think I haven't watched really that much of the last season. I couldn't take it. I thought it was absolutely horrendous what I actually saw. So that was a massive letdown, but such an interesting time. So yeah, I would thought I'd review it. So first of all, let's go into what I think is the bad out of the episode. Okay, so first of all, the opening scene was literally ludicrous. I hated it. I think it was a really terrible way to begin a brand new season of Doctor Who. It looked atrocious. The dialogue was terrible. I don't think there was anything good about that scene whatsoever. I don't know whether that joined onto something that happened in the last series. I have no idea, but I really, really didn't like it. Another thing was the really, really janky shot going into the Liverpool Museum. God, it was horrible. I went back to see if it was just my internet connection. It was a horrendous shot. Most of the cinematography in the episode was actually quite good, but that I was just put off by it. Kind of pulled me out of the episode. I thought, hold on, I've only just started here and I've already got this really horrible janky shot. But then that led on to John Bishop. I'm not familiar with his work. I don't really know him. I've seen him on a couple of things, but I thought he was fantastic throughout the episode. But as we're going into the bad, again, he's joining Yaz, who is someone I really, really don't like in this show. I don't think she fits with the Doctor. I don't think she's got a good personality as a character. I think out of all of the companions that have gone, she is severely, severely boring. I'm not saying, again, that is anything to do with the actress. Just literally, the dialogue itself is just horrendous. And the character really hasn't been fleshed out properly. So yeah, something that I'm really, really not happy with. Apart from the episode itself being really, really messy, I think it could have done with just a tiny little bit of tidying up and, as I'm going to speak about now, letting scenes breathe. No one in this episode will shut up. No one will let a scene breathe. Everyone has to explain what they're doing while they're doing it. And that's a trope going through all the way through Doctor Who, really. But it's been really bad the last few seasons. We don't, I know that the show obviously is for kids and adults, but I don't even think it's kind of like almost talking down to your audience. I don't necessarily think that kids need everything explained. Sometimes you can just actions speak louder than words. But every single character in every single episode has to explain exactly what they're doing while they're doing it. And it always takes me out of the episode and just annoys me. It's like I can see what they're doing. And especially there was a bit where it's their the Carbonista guy. The Doctor shuts down his ship, and then he's like, "Oh, you shut down my ship." Well, yeah, so we just watched that happen. You didn't need that bit of dialogue. Really wasn't needed at all. Didn't need to be in there. We could see she shut down the ship. Scene would have been far better without it. And just quickly, just going on that. The last couple of shots of this episode were really, really good. I thought that it was really nice kind of slow pans on each character that we had seen or met through the episode. Had a nice score, and they just had the doctor babble over it. She just babbled over it. Over a really nice cut through scenes, a really nice piece of music playing over it. Score was okay. Score has really been lacking throughout Jodie Whittaker's run of Doctor Who. They really need to up it. I thought they would go with more of an electronic score, maybe put some sort of synthwave stuff in there. I thought that would be a cool direction to take Doctor Who in, but they obviously stayed with the more classical route, but I just don't think that it's been up to par, but that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I really feel like, again, the Doctor talking when she doesn't need to, just ruining a scene. Just straight out ruining it. I thought the end of the episode was getting really good. I actually felt like, yes, this is good. And then she just talked over it. So that was ruined for me. But yeah, that's everything that was kind of bad overall. But I do have some things that I really liked. So this is the good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff, there was a few bits in this episode that I actually liked. I don't know if this has happened in previous seasons because, like I said, I haven't really been watching closely as a proper Doctor Who fan like I should have. When the TARDIS wasn't really working, go anywhere, and she smacked it with a hammer. I thought that was awesome. If she's done that already, that's cool, but I thought that was really good. Everyone always talks about if it doesn't work, just hit it with a hammer. So I thought that was great. Some really good effects. I said in the bad part, obviously, there was some bad effects that let the episode down. It was so annoying they started with that shot because there was some really nice stuff in here. When the Master, well, we think it's the Master, when he absorbs the energy and it goes around his face, that looked incredible. The Flux looked great. I loved the some of the practical masks and effects. It just looked really, really good, a lot of this episode. And it's such a shame that it was just straight out the gate, that horrific looking scene, when you could have started with something much more simple, and I think you still could have had the same effect and kept up that kind of sort of really, really good standard effects all the way through the episode. But oh well, you can't get everything right. It was nice to see the Sontarans again. Very cool. I thought they had a slightly different look. When I was watching it, I got John Pertwee era vibes, because in the Russell T Davies era, he made them look a little bit more human. I think he made their face a little bit more featureful, where if you look back at the old Doctor Who, they really were just a potato with some features, and it was probably just due to the lack of what they could do at the time. But I actually think it makes them look more alien, and these ones I could see more individual hairs, and they just looked a little bit more Sontaran. So I think that that's cool, and I like going back to that sort of John Pertwee kind of era. That's how I felt anyway about it. So general thoughts overall, I thought it was okay. Not the best beginning to obviously a Doctor Who series. Certainly not even in the top 10. But not too bad, not the worst. Had some good stuff in there, some bad stuff. As again, clunky dialogue, and scene transitions and everything together was a little bit of a mess. But not the worst beginning we've had to a Doctor Who series. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it's going. I love the trailer for the series. I love that it's all one tangent. I wanted that from Peter Capaldi. I wanted him to sort of have a whole series where he was going all over trying to discover Gallifrey. Obviously, we got that, but not quite in the capacity that I wanted it to be. So I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So yeah, like I said, 2.5 Cybermen out of 5. So not too bad, not the best, not the worst. But yeah, I had fun with it, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode, which looked very cool. So yeah, as I said, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be going through all of the episodes one by one, giving you my general thoughts on them and Doctor Who in general. I've got loads of other stuff on the channel as well. I do festival videos. I just started gaming on Twitch as well. I'm playing Half-Life at the moment. I'll put all my links for everything down in the description, so you guys can check it out. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.